What city are you most excited to visit while you're on tour?
Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City! How y'all feeling tonight?
And by the way, for any person out there, if they ever ask you that question, always say the city you're in.
Okay, under the table. Under the
Advice
table.
advice for fellow artists who are watching. Always say the city that you're in.
Hey, yo, she could be my everything, pulling on my heartstrings. It be driving me insane. I ain't got time to play these games. I need my schedule free. She just may be in love with me.
It's KWCR. I'm DJ Peaches. We're here interviewing Wax on his first city of the tour, right?
This is technically it's my fourth city of this tour.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Laura lied to me, but that's cool.
That's okay. It's okay.
She's like, it's like his first city here, or like the first city on the tour. So I was like, I'm so excited.
Oh, it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay to make mistakes.
You're right.
Remember that.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
Let's keep this section.
Yeah,
We could
okay.
always redo this, but you know what? Sometimes mistakes are better. For all
No.
you people out there watching this, just let it roll.
You're
you
right.
know?
You're right.
We all do it. Just
all do.
because we put our best foot forward on social media doesn't mean we don't make mistakes.
Wow.
So let's put
You're
this
spitting knowledge. This is
Yeah.
insane.
Oh, hey, it's true. We're so used to everything being curated and everything being photoshopped and filtered, and you present your best foot. And what the reality is, it took you, not you specifically, but it
Yeah,
took you
the royal you.
50 pictures to even get the one you wanted.
Okay.
Anyway,
All right. So I guess let's get into the questions
Let's
if you're
go
all right
for
with
it,
it. All right. Was there a single defining moment when you decided that you wanted to play music for a living, or was it more of a gradual process?
I'm from the era of MTV, where
Mm-hmm.
everybody, like every kid, watched MTV. And when I was a kid, looking back on it, it's almost crazy how much I was influenced by watching MTV as a kid. Like, all I wanted to do was be on MTV. I didn't care if I was a rapper, if I was in a metal band, I probably would have even been one of the hosts or something. I just wanted to be on MTV. So, like, that kind of stuff has a really drastic impact on a child, And by the time I actually got on MTV, like, MTV sucked, So your dreams sometimes, like, are too early, and by the time you achieve them, it's like you have a different dream. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, there wasn't really a defining moment. It was a gradual process, but it was definitely very, very, very influenced by music television.
Okay, that's fair. What was your favorite thing to watch on MTV? Was it just all of the music videos, or
Yeah, all the
fair.
music videos, and
before it became reality TV?
This is I'm from a different generation probably than some people that might be watching this. Like, so it was like the late '80s and all the way through the '90s, and it mostly was music videos, and even the stuff that wasn't music videos was music related. They'd have like MTV News, MTV Raps, and yeah, I was influenced by just the people that were on there and the music that was on there. Probably some of the reality shows too. I don't know.
Okay, interesting. All right, your musical career now spans multiple decades. Was there ever a point in time where you made the leap between wanting to make it work to realizing that what you're doing was working?
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I did music since I was a little kid, and when I was in like my teens and then through most of my 20s, I was in a band, and when the band broke up, I tried to quit.
Oh, really?
I tried to give up. I had a bunch of jobs and all this stuff, and I just couldn't do it. You know what I mean? I just couldn't really fully quit. I don't know. I just didn't stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I tried to stop because I'm a realist in some ways and a dreamer in some ways. So the realist in me is like, I tried to be like a mortgage broker. I did landscaping. I did office jobs, construction jobs, but I just ended up being like, you know what? Let me just try to do this, and it was very difficult, but 16 years since I had a regular job. 16
Wow.
years.
Hey, congratulations.
Thank you.
Get out of there,
Yeah.
All right. So YouTube came out in 2005, and you were a very early adopter. How did that change your approach to putting out music?
Yeah, you could really see the power of the internet early on, because before that, you kind of had to like do shows in your local area and hope people would like, hey, did you hear about this guy? Did you hear about this band or whatever it is? And once that happened, and I kind of like saw other people that would just like the video would go viral. This was like the early idea of what a viral video even was. So the idea that you can just put yourself on there and do your music, it was extremely helpful for me. And I got in so early that there was less competition. In fact, when I started being like a rapper on YouTube, it was considered, especially amongst like real hip hop people, like the community at large, it was considered very nerdy, like very like corny. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
Whereas now it's like you can't really see that past because it's just everything is that. You know, everything is YouTube. Everything is like people posting video themselves, kind of hamming it up. You know what I'm saying? So at that time, not many people were doing that because it was considered like nerdy or whatever. So
Interesting.
there was less competition. So early on, I definitely, that was the first time I actually had real fans.
Oh, nice.
From YouTube. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's sweet. I like that. What is it about a Nissan Sentra that makes it the ideal location to shoot music, or not music videos, to shoot videos?
I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe it's just kind of an average car. You know, the everyman car that
Yeah.
you take to your job every day. So, but it can become something magical if you do something magical in it. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
That could be applied to many different things. But yeah, and I think that's the reason why those kind of like car videos work is because, you know, say that camera right now is in the passenger seat. You know, I mean, she would feel like when you're watching, you feel like you're her. You feel like you're there.
Yeah.
You know? And kind of like the worse the quality, the more it just feels like, oh, you're with your friend
more
in
genuine.
their car. Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like you're there.
It's more
you know?
raw. I like that, yeah. From the early days of McGregor to where you are now, how has your definition of success in the music industry changed?
Back then, I would have just been like, if I don't have to have a job, I'm successful.
Yeah.
For sure. And recently, since I have a family now, my definition is like I want to be more than just barely surviving. You know, like
Yeah.
the starving artist thing doesn't work if you have to help your child eat as well. Like
Yeah.
you can starve all you want, but you're not going to let your kid starve. You
Yeah,
know?
absolutely.
So I'm actually more focused on success than I've ever been. I've actually like I'm always, you know, I'm trying harder in that facet of the game. You know, it's not just art. I'm trying to be successful harder than I ever have because there's some kind of paternal instinct that kicks
Of
in when
course.
you have a kid that
Yeah.
makes you, it's like some caveman instinctual provider mode.
Of course.
Slaps on, yeah.
Yeah, you got to take care of your kid.
You got to.
Yeah, you can't let
to.
him go hungry. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really sweet of you, though. I mean, good for you.
Shout out to my wife. My wife has a good job. We're doing good. We're
Yeah?
fine. Yeah, we're okay.
How long have you and your wife been together?
4 years.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
And how old's your son?
Daughter.
Daughter.
She's-
I'm so
yeah.
sorry. I
No,
thought
it's
you said
okay.
son.
No, I might have said son.
No,
If I said
I'm-
son, I was probably just saying
I'm sorry.
something else. It's her name is Rumi. She's almost 2.
Oh,
She'll be
that's
2
so
very
adorable.
soon. Yeah.
Cute. All right. So times change, and while it's always good to sound like yourself and to be true to yourself artistically, it's also natural to observe trends in hip hop. How would you describe the state of hip hop today?
I mean, I'm just I'm so enveloped in my local life, especially with fatherhood, but also with making my own music that I'm kind of becoming your father or uncle that doesn't know what's going on with the kids. You know, I can't answer that question. I have no idea. I don't know what's going on with modern hip hop.
No, that's
I
completely
mean, I know
fair.
some basic things. I mean, I know like I've listened to NBA YoungBoy. You know, I listen to stuff sometimes just as research.
Yeah.
And sometimes I listen to music. I'm like, yeah, I'm officially like I don't understand the kids' music anymore. But I get the energy of it. But you know, there's so much stuff out now. Like that, there's like a million niche artists now, so it's hard to pay attention to everything.
I was gonna say media just keeps going, and like I
Yeah.
feel like social media it shows you everything you're missing out on.
right.
So
right.
I don't know.
Music being a fan of music is about having a lot of free time.
It is.
When you don't have free time, it's hard to be a fan of music. So
It's
like
really
I
hard.
listen to music in my car, and at this point, like I don't do a lot of like new music discovery. I'm mostly revisiting music from my past that makes me feel comfortable and happy. So like the little bit of time that I have to listen to music, I do listen to some new music. That's not true that I don't listen to any new music, but it's usually soothing stuff that relaxes me.
Yeah,
You know?
I think that's fair.
So youthful music is more like turn up and high energy rather than relaxing.
That's
So,
fair. Are there any trends in hip hop that you feel like you're ahead of or maybe behind on? If like those that you know, I suppose.
The only one that I would say is that I was on YouTube early. That's
Yeah.
the only thing that I would say.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of my music would be described as old school sounding. So I definitely am not ahead of any musical trend.
In a recent video, you talked about being signed to Def Jam and how it was the first time you had come into that much money. What is your single most ridiculous purchase that you made at that time?
Ridiculous purchase.
Oh, no.
I didn't really make any ridiculous purchases. If I'm being dead honest with you.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of just money on just like I got a house that was probably too high of rent. I bought a lot of, like, when I'd go out, I'd pay the bill at the restaurants and stuff like that, and I'd buy a lot of alcohol and stuff like that. But I didn't buy anything crazy. I didn't buy like a chimpanzee or like a
Well, probably best for the chimpanzee.
diamond something. Like, I'm not
fair.
into jewelry. I'm not really into cars. I bought a Nissan Sentra when I got that money.
I like it.
But the money is like, even if you get a big advance, they take half of it for taxes. You get a percent to your manager, you get
Yeah.
a percent to your lawyer, and by the time they give you, let's say they gave you $100,000, half of it's to the, 15% or 20% to your manager, 5% to the lawyer, half of it to taxes. By the time you're 100,000, it's like 40,000, if that, maybe
Yeah.
30. Like, you don't realize how fast the money gets eaten up,
I think that's fair.
But short answer, I didn't buy anything crazy. I wish I had a better story for you.
No, that's
I wish
okay.
I did.
It's okay. You were semi-responsible with your money.
A heavy emphasis.
I was
on
about to
semi.
say heavy emphasis on the semi.
Yeah.
And so, okay, your music videos are super creative, and it seems like you enjoy making them. Is there one video that sticks out as the most fun to make, or a character that you enjoyed playing the most?
Yeah, I did this one with my boy Jay, who directed it for this song called "Shoulda Tried Harder," and I did a character in that one named Doyle Glazer. We made a fake movie trailer for Doyle Glazer is Animal Search and Rescue, and it was like a redneck kind of character, but he's also a superhero with a gun. He rescued like your pets.
Oh, okay.
Who were somehow in captivity. So probably that one.
Better seafood, Maryland or California?
Maryland.
Maryland?
Yeah, but it's kind of apples and oranges though, because
Really?
you have like a fish taco versus a crab cake sandwich.
That's fair.
So, but I'd have to go with Maryland. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. I've got a couple questions from a longtime fan. Was Dale Firebird ahead of his time?
Dale Firebird, he's like I can't do that anymore because the idea of patrioticness has been so co-opted by people that I'm not a fan of, that like doing like a redneck character that wears like the American flag stuff is just kind of not as silly as it used to be.
It's
now
like-
it's kind of more menacing and
It's
weird.
more reality.
Yeah, it's not the same.
That's
So
fair.
yeah, I don't know.
And then the other question that we have from our longtime fan is, what do you have against releasing Grizzly Season and Liquid Courage on vinyl?
I don't have anything. Liquid Courage, I think I'm gonna do.
Oh, yeah?
Grizzly Season's good. Yeah, just tell them I said thanks for the further prodding.
You got it.
I need that sometimes.
Okay, you got it. What city are you most excited to visit while you're on tour?
Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City, how y'all feeling tonight?
And by the way, for any person out there, if they ever ask you that question, always say the city you're in.
Okay, under the table. Under the
Advice
table.
advice for fellow artists. Always say the city that you're in.
All right, under the table. If you like, okay, cut the cameras.
Right.
Like, what city are you actually most excited about?
My favorite city to play in, realistically, in the United States is Philadelphia.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They just have an energy about them. Philadelphia, they have like,
they
I
have
don't know,
they have a good energy.
they have like a screw loose and they just act crazy over there, and I like that.
That's kind of true. That's kind of true. Yeah.
Okay, you have your podcast. What made you decide to make a podcast?
I started my podcast many years ago, and at the time I kind of bit the whole. My podcast is a complete ripoff of Bill Burr's podcast,
Oh, yeah?
where it's just one guy talking for like a half an hour about whatever he's thinking about, because it's just me on the podcast.
Yeah.
And then like halfway in, you switch to doing questions that people send you. So I pretty much I listened to his podcast, and I just kind of like was like, I should do a podcast, and without thinking about it, I pretty much just use his exact format. It's just a guy talking. It's not like a rocket science of a format, but I think that at that time I was starting to get into comedy, and I was starting to try to just like, I thought the idea of me just talking would sometimes that gets you to have thoughts that you wouldn't have had if you were just, when you just sit there and ramble, it's almost like being in your head. It's almost like being in the moment completely. Whereas if you're just sitting around like looking at your phone or whatever, you don't have creative thoughts. So like, there's definitely times where I was on the podcast where I said something, I was like, oh, I could use that, you know? So and maybe that was it. It's also, it becomes therapeutic as well. But it's also a lot more work than people think it is. People think that a podcast is easier to do than it actually is.
Do you edit everything? And
I mean, now I don't even. Now I don't. I kind of restarted it.
Yeah.
I stopped it for a few years, and I recently restarted it because my friend said that he would help me with the editing and
okay.
doing some of the more. We barely edit anything though. I just hit record, then
Yeah.
hit stop, then it's done.
There you go.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Do episodes of the podcast come out while you're on tour?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do episodes on tour sometimes. I've done a few episodes from various places. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a favorite episode of the podcast? I know you have like 500 some odd episodes or something like that.
I have 200 probably.
Oh, okay. So I was over it.
I don't listen to my own podcast.
okay.
If I did have a favorite one, it would have been one of the ones where I have guests. Like I used to have my boy Davey would come on, and he's a keyboard player, and we would just do like improvisational weird music. So those
cool.
were always my favorite ones.
That's fun.
I can't sit around and just listen to myself talk.
That's fair.
It's like there's something torturous about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, probably for the best though, if you don't just sit around and listen to yourself talk.
Right. That.
You know?
Yeah.
And
Then you
you-
record that. And then you
I was
watch
gonna say,
that,
then it's like weird and meta.
Yeah,
Then
exactly.
It gets weird. All right. Where can people find you? Where can people listen to your stuff?
Well, my website is wax.com.com. That's waxdotcom.com. And that has links to anything I might have on social media. I'm on Spotify. You can just search for Wax. There's a bunch of other artists named Wax. Like I said, I'm older, so I made my name before the idea of search engine optimization and all that. That's why my name, there's like a metal band, a K-pop group, of every genre of music has another Wax, which is a lot of problems on the internet, honestly. But at Big Wax is my Instagram, BIGWAX.
Good to know. And any new music that you want to plug?
Yeah. I'm on tour with my boy DJ Hoppa, who's not only my tour DJ, but he's kind of a legendary hip hop producer. And I don't know exactly when we're going to release it, but sometime in early 2026, our album Highway Hotel will be out. That'll be Wax and DJ Hoppa, collaborative album where he produced the entire album. So it's dope too. It's
That's very
it's a
exciting.
good one.
Nice. We just talked to Wax. You're listening and watching KWCR Radio. I'm DJ Peaches, and have a good rest of your night.
You want me to give you a drop?
Yes.
Yo, this is Wax, and guess what, y'all? Pew, pew, pew. You're listening to and watching, maybe, DJ Peaches.
She cool. She smart. She got a good head. She gives good heart. Oh wow. I know.